Hello and welcome. Let's quickly go through the course contents. Develop an understanding on the panes, typically marks, filters, row, and columns. And as we do so, what we'll also be doing is we'll be understanding them, these panes. We'll also be working on filters and sort data in the data views. So let's see how much do we go far with this, because I'll be taking some examples as well. So with that in mind, let us quickly launch the Tableau software. So when we speak of rows and columns panes, that is something that we did demonstrate. That was demonstrated very well using the Indian Housing Price Index case study also that we had taken. So with this in mind, fine, the software is launched, of course. And now let us click on, fine, let us import the file here. So I'll select a JSON file. Don't worry, it's not going to be the earlier one that was getting stuck. We'll pick a new file. So fine, let's select the JSON file. Of course, last time we had picked the Indian Housing Index Price Index. We're picking the same file again. Wait, let's try and pick something else. Let us select some text file, okay. So which text files do we have? These are the SPSS data sets. Let us take a look here. Right, so let's select the credit score test or the training data. This is interesting. Let's open that. And why do we need the credit score data typically? We are taking credit score data because there are a lot of things that will come into the play as far as the credit score or credit card data is concerned. It will work towards the credit quality of the credit availing or the credit applicant candidate. So let's open this file and see it, what comes up on that. So that's the file that we have here. Credit score train, and if I click on sheet 1, the file CSV file. This is the file that we have. Now we can see here there is a long list of dimensions here, and the measures are here. Dimensions are in blue and the measures are in green. Although this appears to be something slightly different, total EMI per month. But anyway, I'll go to that. We'll go to that later. Now, objective here is to explain all these panes. Pages, filters, marks, rows and columns here. Also, some of the filters and the panes that come here. So let us do one thing. Let us drag and drop this over here. That's taking too long. That is the only problem. Right. So we have the data here now. And what do we see here? Now we are seeing two files over here. Actually, there is one that is for train and that is for the test file also. So which file have we imported here? We have taken the train file here, right? Okay, so let's also take the test. The test file is here. I'm dragging it and dropping it over here. So that the train and the test file, we set the relationships between them. And it will be one to one or one to many, many to one, many to many types. So why is it not? The system appears to be a bit slow today. There it goes again in the not responding mode. So as you can see, we'll be importing the given data set and we'll be working on the stated data set. In simultaneity with that, we'll also be working on the understanding the different panes that we have typically. Filter panes, rows and column panes, marks and pages. We'll understand the significance and apply them on the given data set to understand the depth of that particular pane and how those panes are responsible in helping us manipulate and modify the data visualizations also. So that is the objective. So let's do one thing. Let us open Microsoft Excel's file, and let's go on the desktop and see which ones can we open. Let us look at other sessions data set also. So we have some healthy count of data set that we can use. Let's take the CSV files. Okay, let us take the 14.6 and this is 29 MB data set. Now, these are big data sets, so that is also one of the reasons that it can slightly complicate the situation. So fine, let us take the CSV energies data set 64, and this is what we'll open the energy data set. Let's open it and see. So as you can see, it is executing and processing the query. Now we see here that there are too many of the files. This is a long list of files that we have here in CSV file format. And right, so we see here these are the dimensions, these are the measures, as we can see. And so fine, what is the significance of columns and rows? I mean, typically you drag any of your dimension or a measure on a column or a row in the mark, filters or panes, and you can create the data visualization in accordance. Which means now suppose let us click on row labels. I'm taking them as part of the columns. So these are no, let us take them as part of the rows. Yeah. So these are the names of the different countries. Okay, and these are the fuel sources consumed by all the countries for their electricity generation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take hydroelectricity as a column. So I'm able to see here that these countries, the list of countries that we have here, they have the consumption level for the hydroelectricity consumption level. That is something that we can see from here. So we have taken the hydroelectricity on columns pane. Again, let's click on this drop down here. So what do we see here? Now, these are the additional options that are provided to us. You can click on new calculation. So out of now this is sum. If you want, you can also drag another dimension or a measure here and double click to start the new calculation. So I'm not dragging anything out here, but this is how you can set any new calculation that you might want in that particular column. Similarly, even in the row, you can create a new calculation and you can import or you can move the dimension or a measure accordingly.